Today we've got a big project, but what I'm excited to do, we picked just the right day to do it. We're moving hydrangeas. So the number one question I get is, why doesn't my hydrangea bloom? And it's usually one of two things. It's either improper pruning. We never cut down a hydrangea called hydrangea macrophylla. That's the mop head, most common hydrangea. If we cut that down, we're losing next year's blooms by cutting off the buds, or it's bud freeze. Now I've got a problem with improper pruning. I'm not doing it, the deer are. So I'm moving all my hydrangeas from out here into a safe haven. So after a 3-day monsoon, we've got a nice gray day, which is the perfect day to move things. And whenever we're moving anything, we actually dig the planting hole first, so that when we take that hydrangea out, it won't be out for that long, go right into the hole, and that's our next job. So we actually have a little misty rain coming down. It wasn't supposed to rain today, just gray, but hey, we'll take it. It's a perfect weather for moving plants. You wouldn't want to do it out in the hot sun. Now, one of the questions is, how do you know how big the planting hole is going to be? Well, we're just going to guess. We're going to get some kind of hole here. We're going to improve it with some compost, then we're going to go over and take these hydrangeas out one at a time. It's been driving me nuts out there. I try to keep them protected, spraying it with Bob-X, but you know, during the winter, usually I'll forget for like 3 weeks, and all of a sudden all my buds are gone. So growing in here, and this is a good place, right in this corner here, get some morning sun, afternoon shade, which hydrangeas love, is the perfect place for them. We've got some rocky soil here, I know, because I've worked in here before, so we'll just get through it the best we can. Well, that looks just about right, I think, and we'll put some compost around and in it, and then we'll go dig out our plant. So you can see the deer have really done a number on this plant. I'm so happy to get it out of here, because as I said, I cannot keep it protected. And the idea is to try and get as much of the root ball as possible, and we'll see what we can get. You know, that's what's good about a nice long spade like this. Try and get as much as you can. And I'm going to go all the way around, and this looks promising right now. Yeah, you can see that's coming out already. All right. Over to our planting hole. Want to make sure that it's no deeper than it was where it was planted before, and that's actually just about right. And then in goes our backfill. And even though it's raining, we're going to put some water on this to make sure that it gets started and established the right way. And we'll have to keep watering until the ground freezes if we don't get rain. All right, got 4 more holes to dig and plants to move. This will also take care of any air pockets that might be in there. And as I said, it'll get things started off the right way. And I'm going to have to wait 2 years for blooms. But once it starts, it'll be worth it. So many shrubs will make more plants through a technique called layering. And this is Caria. And what it does is it has a kind of a weeping habit, comes down, touches the ground, and then we get a brand new shrub. And I'm going to put the right plant in the right place. This is the right plant in the right place, but that hydrangea was not, because the deer are after it. The deer don't like the Caria. I've got this nice little shrub here, which was layered from the mother plant. I'm going to dig this out and put it right where that hydrangea was. That planting hole is already dug. So we're just going to separate it from the mother plant and get as much of the root ball as we can. All right, we'll put both little things in here. This dirt looked pretty good, actually. And goes our backfill. We'll do the same thing, though. This plant's going to need water, and it's going to need water all the way till the end of the season. This is the perfect time of the year for doing this transplanting, because the temperatures, the day length, are all conducive to root growth as opposed to top growth. We don't want this plant, like if we were to move this in the spring, it would have to put on root growth, top growth, and then flowers. In this case, it's just going to work on the roots and get established. I am going to water this in, and then we're going to finish up. One thing I have been able to bring back are my hostas by religiously spraying my Bob-X 3 days of rain, it's going to rinse off. It sticks pretty good, but as I said, with a monsoon like that, and I'm just hanging it right here, leaving it right here in the garden, so I remember to spray, and look, they look pretty good. Now, check me out online. That's where you can find lots of other garden information, garden blog posts, and videos, and join my Seed of the Month Club, too. I'd love to have you as a member. Until next week, I've got a lot of plants that need to be moved around. We'll see you next week.